Hey guys, Harvey Cthulhu here. Guess what? We hit 47,000 subscribers just a few hours ago. 47,000 subscribers. Can we make it 48? If you like this video, please subscribe and help us to grow. That's the only way that we can. Thank you. And enjoy this breaking news update.
Greetings, my friends. I am Dictor Van Doomcock, the future ruler of Earth, and I come to you today with breaking news from a spy in the industry. Yes, I have been contacted by a source who has put a new spin on the rumors of extensive reshoots for Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. An article that recently appeared on WeGotThisCovered.com stated that there were major reshoots going on in conjunction with Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. I quote this article, "Now it's sounding like The Rise of Skywalker is struggling to find a comfortable middle ground, as apparently it's set to undergo some major reshoots. Of course, reshoots are pretty common for any blockbuster nowadays, but according to entertainment journalist Art Tavanna, Disney will be reshooting entire scenes and apparently, quote, things aren't looking good right now for the pick. According to Tavanna, quote, I'm being told that Disney is reshooting scenes for Star Wars, don't quote me. Things aren't looking good. Too many variables and audiences to please. George Lucas, as a creative consultant, seems to be a very likely occurrence, though there's no telling how much, say, he'll have." Well, that's pretty vague. And prior to some information that I received from a source with many ties to the industry, I was frankly skeptical of this report. In fact, I tweeted out just 13 hours ago, I did not report on the rumor that Star Wars Rise of Skywalker is undergoing extensive reshoots right now because I simply don't believe it. It's too close to the release date. Schedules would not permit it. They might be doing a few pickups, maybe, but the die is cast. I do believe, however, that in previous reshoots, they shot many contradictory versions of Rise of Skywalker so they could write the film during editing. Art by spitballing. This is why Lucasfilm sucks. Now, why was I skeptical about this information? I was skeptical because I understand how this kind of scheduling works. It is an enormously complex logistical undertaking to bring together so many actors, so many crew members, all the technical experts needed to go ahead and make this thing work, all together in one place at one time. The coordination is extraordinarily difficult, especially when you're dealing with actors who concluded their shooting months and months and months ago and have moved on to other projects. To bring them together in an impromptu manner is frankly ridiculous at this point, especially when they are only months away from the final release of the film. That was my position before I received this information from one of my sources. As always, my friends, although I have trust in my source, you must regard this as rumor. But I can tell you now, according to my source, there is indeed massive scrambling inside the Star Wars production, but it is not massive live-action reshoots as reported. My source informs me, you're right for the most part on your position regarding the reshoots, but they did change something drastic somewhere because they just recommissioned 3 CGI studios and then ordered double the workload they had used before. So something is up. This is ballpark 300 people working on CGI 3 months before the film drops. This is not usual. This is cutting it very, very, very close indeed. 3 months before the film is supposed to drop, they have recommissioned 3 of the CGI studios that worked on the effects before this point, and they have doubled the workload that they had used before. I repeat, my source informs me this is ballparking it 300 people working on CGI 3 months before the film drops. My source characterizes this as a huge bulk of emergency CGI. My source tells me that he or she doesn't know if it's because it looked bad or they changed something drastic in terms of the narrative. However, according to my source, despite the sparseness of the info he or she possesses, damn near half the technical artists around are working on Star Wars. So what does this mean? Logistically, I still do not believe that they could be mounting major coordinated reshoots with the original actors, the cast, the crew, the whole big shebang just 3 months before they're going to release it. So, what is behind all of these massive CGI revisions? Given the professional level of these CGI studios, I do not believe that they delivered 3 months worth of defective CGI. So if they're not doing massive reshoots of new material, and if they have not been delivered massive bunches of somehow inexplicably defective CGI work, what the hell is going on? I think that this is further proof that my earlier reporting is correct, that they are actually mixing and matching different endings and different elements of the story, writing the damn thing in the editing bay. And what this tells me is that at the last minute, they have decided to go a different route with this story. In other words, they had filmed in the previous reshoots some variation on this Rise of Skywalker plot that they had not actually anticipated going through with. So now, in desperation, they have decided that this neglected path of the plot is exactly the path they need to go down. And so they are scrambling to get the CGI necessary to support this new variation of the plot line that they have decided to go with at 0 hour. And now the race is on, people, as they struggle to find some way to save the unsavable. They are trying to find a way to make Episode 9 fix everything and make us all happy little Star Wars fans again. They cannot make us unsee Luke Skywalker tossing his lightsaber and sucking blue milk. They may be able to CGI things so that Luke Skywalker doesn't toss his lightsaber, but Episode 9 can't fix the fact that Episode 8 made us toss our cookies. My friends, I can now report that the studio is in chaos as they are struggling to find a way to save Episode 9. It is not reshoots of live action, it is reshoots of CGI to support the Lego brick construction that Jar Jar Abrams is calling a script. I contend that Jar Jar Abrams wrote a modular script that covered as many different variations of a possible plot line as Jar Jar could imagine, and he shot them all. And now he's plugged in an unexpected brick into the final mix, and they are struggling to find the CGI and the post-production to make it work. The saddest thing about all of this is, Episode 9 cannot save the series. Not at this point. All true fans know that. After all the abuse of the original trilogy characters, the slanders against the fandom, and the arrogance and stupidity of Kathleen Kennedy and her merry band of cultural vandals, any true Star Wars fan knows Episode 9 can't save Star Wars. Unfortunately, no true Star Wars fans work at Lucasfilm anymore. From the center of the earth, this is Dictor Van Doomcock bidding you all, my friends, stay angry.